What is going on, good people of Earth? It is Mikey reporting live from Immortals Inc. Studios once again. And like I said, if I don't introduce myself, or if I do introduce myself, it's a special occasion. And today's a very special occasion. We have a special guest, and it's not just any guest. We have an entrepreneurial guest here, a mastermind, and he has his own card game, Mr. Jeremiah. What is up, man?
Thank you. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. We're just here. How do you feel?
I'm having a great day. The demo's going well. Awesome being here anytime I can.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Why are you here? What do you do?
I've got a card game that I designed, created, and I run the business for. It's called CHARMAKARDS, and it's really neat. So there's 3 things that make it unique and different from all other games out there right now.
What is it?
So first, the game is simple but streamlined. You don't need energy, you don't need mana, you don't need any costs like that. You get 2 actions per turn, and that's how you control what goes on during your turn. So that means the deck size, only 20 cards.
That's it?
Only 20 cards. You don't need to buy a whole bunch of other stuff. Easy to hold and shuffle, especially for people like me with small hands. Can't really get some of those bigger
small
decks.
hand gang, dude. Look at this.
Right?
How we deal with this?
Exactly. So with only 20 cards, it's not that bad. Also, it's easier to strategize and put whatever you want in there because you're just reading them right against each other. You can lay it out pretty simply. And then you get 3 to 5 creatures depending on what format you're playing. There's 2 formats out, classic and advanced, depending on how fast you want the game to go. So the game's super simple and streamlined. The text is big, easy to read, plenty simple, but you can combo off other cards and stuff like that. So that's probably the first thing that makes CHARMAKARDS definitely unique from other games out there.
And a biblical trading card game. Now, we hear biblical. Just explain that reference or just explain that overall, subject matter.
So that's the second thing that makes it so neat is that it's biblically inspired. There's cards like Michael the Archangel, Samson, Moses, Behemoth, Sea Beast, all these cool things, Tree of Life. But the game isn't religious, so you don't have to already have a religious background to enjoy it. It's not about saving souls. It's not about 10 commandments or good versus evil. It's just a strict numbers strategy game about getting rid of all the opponent's creatures.
And are you allowed to curse when you play?
You can do whatever you want.
There you go. So this is the big thing here. It's like, that's what I loved about it because we chatted a couple months ago, and when you first brought it around me, I like that idea is that it's a biblical sense card game, but it doesn't force any of that on the player or individual. That's what I like about it. In the creative process of this, what were your first thoughts on making this game? Like, what was that inspiration from?
Well, so growing up, I grew up in a Christian home where I wasn't allowed to play games like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon for various different reasons.
What?
So I wanted to make my own game, right? And I did. And I kept losing to my brother, so I kept changing the rules, and then I gave up, right? That was the
Change the rules if you lose because you made the game.
Exactly.
That's pretty brilliant. So,
and I thought that was the end. And that was years ago. That was like 10 years ago now.
10 years ago when you decided, hey, they're not going to let me play games, I'm going to do it myself.
Exactly. And then a few years ago, I thought I could actually do that, though. I could make a legit thing that people could play that otherwise wouldn't be allowed to, and yet not discriminate against the people who aren't in that sort of environment to want the Christian games and stuff. Like, for example, I was at Origins Game Fair this year with my team. We had a booth set up. This one guy volunteered who's been playing since the start. He's an atheist. One of the first posts I ever put on social media is a picture of him playing the biblically inspired card game with books by prominent atheists sitting there on the table at Barnes & Noble's. You know what I mean?
That's pretty
And
amazing.
he was there all 7 days.
That'd be like a thumbnail catch right there. That'd be clickbait. Atheist plays biblical card game.
What? Question mark?
What? How? Question mark,
Right?
exclamation point. I see you brought some stuff here just to showcase kind of what's going on. Let's see what one of these booster packs look like. So
that's the third thing. Everything is affordable. It's pretty inexpensive. It's real easy to get into. So like each one of these booster packs, $5. You get a set of 4 of them. You get yourself a draft going. There's enough to have a deck right there.
$20. 20 packs, or 20 cards just like that, and automatically forms a deck.
And there you go. And you'll get extra creatures inside with them too. And you get a chance for rare cards, uncommon, some even hollow cards in here.
And how does that work? How do I know? All right, I pulled an amazing card. Like, I just pulled God, the chase card.
Right.
The chase card of the century, God, or Jesus.
Hey, yeah. So there's a couple ways. One, if you pull the card and it's holographic, it's shiny, you got something.
Oh, you got some holographic cards?
Oh, yeah,
too?
absolutely.
What?
Absolutely. Yeah, I got a set. They're called the gem cards. They look so neat. I loved it because I did the artwork for it. And
you do all the artwork yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly. And an artist always hates his work, but these gem cards, they're rocks, so they look cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get one of those.
You're legit a one-man team, bro. You literally did all this yourself. Yeah. You should pat yourself on the back right now, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
and you
well
guys,
deserved.
too, for being here, being able to do this for me.
Well,
This is awesome.
hey, we're just a support system. It takes the brains and the mind to come up with something like this. We're just here to host you. So yeah, like this is probably one of the cooler things that I've come across, because everybody wants to make a new card game or make the next this or that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To stay in your own lane and make an unprecedented arrival is really cool. So next, I wanted to see what that playmat was about. How does that work? And like someone like me, how do you explain the rules to somebody like me? I know you already went into it a little bit, but as far as rules go, how do you explain it to somebody who just doesn't know what they're talking about?
So this here's the playmat. I've got starter kits, so it's actually got 2 mats and reference sheets wrapped up in it. It just helps you understand what's going on while you're playing. Good reference. But you also get these cool neoprene mats. They're super slick. They're stitched edge and everything. They're great. But as far as playing the game, it's super simple. You've got your deck, and you can customize it like any other trading card game, right? You customize whatever you want to put in it. You'll just get the creatures you want. You'll take your support cards, whatever they are, and you'll put them in their respective piles. So you shuffle your support cards, put them in your support deck, and you shuffle whatever the 3 creatures are, and you put them in their pile. So the game's super simple. Each player gets 2 moves on their turn. So they'll draw a card, that's free, and then you get 2 actions. You can play a card from your hand, you can attack with your creature, or you can play a card that's in play, because some of them are replayable.
How many cards you get in your hand?
You start out with 5 cards in your hand, and there's no maximum or minimum hand size, so you just play off of what you have. And that's helpful because all the cards, when you play them, they stay on the field. So nothing is played and instantly goes back away. So every card has a lasting effect. And some are replayable, so you can actually use it again while it's on the field. And so when you're drawing, you don't just keep, playing a losing game of drawing 1 and playing 2, especially since you get to attack with your creature, and that helps keep it stable.
That actually seems really easy to play. And, have you taught many people how to play this? Do they catch on easily? Is it something that's really attainable?
I've had people as young as 9 years old pick it up and play it and love it. And then I had this one older lady. She was like 65, and she had bought it for her grandson. She's like, well, why don't you show me how to play? And so I did. And we played like 3 games that night, and she was just having a blast. And that was one of the coolest things,
65 years old versus 9 years old. There is no age gap in this game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I myself personally play a handful of other TCGs, and I still really enjoy my game. Just about everyone, like well over 90% of the people that I've taught in person that play Magic, play this, and they like this just about as much. Some people even like it more. But it's the sort of thing where, because of how it's made, you don't have to have one or the other. You're not pouring a whole bunch of money into this.
And you said there's no lands or like energy coins,
Exactly.
right? Wow, that is something I'll play because, like I said, even with every card game nowadays, there's an energy token or something like that. Something like that makes it more complicated. And you're like, bro,
right,
I'm done. But yeah, Jeremiah, listen, man, it was a pleasure having you in here today. And honestly, what's one closing remark you would say to the people?
Support local business. I mean, that's all you can do,
Yeah.
Here at Immortals, this is a great place to shop, because the money, where your money's going, is to good people who are there to help you out and provide stuff for you.
We
You're
try.
not just buying from the big man all the time.
But where do we buy CHARMAKARDS? Where can we buy them? I mean, besides Immortals Inc., because they are here. If you guys want to try CHARMAKARDS, they are here. They are present. We have them for sale. You could actually try them today. You can come in right now when you see this video, and we'll have some. So other than that, where can we find them? So
you'll see them at some events here in Ohio. Going around, because I've got retailers that actually go to the events and sell the cards, but you can find them at CHARMAKARDS.com. That's CHARMAKARDS.com. Couldn't have said it better myself, Jeremiah. It was a pleasure having you. I can't wait to have you back on. And like I said, guys, CHARMAKARDS.com, ImmortalsInc.com. If you missed it, I got no words for you.